We're back,
Those
baby, and we
broken
got
dick
we got
islands.
we got a new dragonborn amongst us. Okay. But
Oh yeah, I
welcome
forgot to
back.
change my thing.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. It's been a little bit. I apologize for having not been here last week, but we should be good for this week. Just starting a little bit late. I say a little bit late. It's like an hour and a half, but it's fine. Last we had left off, God, where did we leave off? Our little party of adventurers have been, introduced to one extravagant archaeologist who has hired their services outside of Femdel to do a little bit of an exploration. They managed to find some stuff, got some information, and decided to leave town after she managed to kind of get some information. She decided that she needed to go to Ashfell, of which all of you are tagging along as part of a kind of bodyguard retinue, as it were. And now we find ourselves upon the road. One, what was it? Displacer beast dead. A circus that had stolen from, I would have said, at least 4 of you, but unfortunately 2 of you managed to see through the illusion, and the third one had a bag of holding that was within their mouths. And so only one person was stolen from. But you managed to
Poor guy.
get some visions, whether they were true or not, whether they were vague or scripted, you weren't sure. And now you find yourselves traversing the lands once more towards the town of Ashfell. An explosion had gone off, a person had been rescued, whose wife seemed to have been within said windmill of said explosion, which now you kind of just drag him along because he is upset and sad. But as you guys advance towards the actual city of Ashfell, let's give you guys a little bit of a brief description. As you guys kind of crest over the various different large, tall, grass-swept hills that surround the areas near Ashfell, in the far, far distance, you could see the horizon meets the actual ocean itself. To the east, across the Bay of Sacrifice, you can see these various different kind of spires of rock that seems to rise out of the actual Bay of Sacrifice itself for some strange, unknown reason. Just maybe a half dozen to almost a dozen of them that can just be seen across the entirety of the area. But the town itself is relatively circular. Is the first thing that you kind of note about it. It's flat, wide, and circular. Ashfell itself seems to have been built upon the edges of a coast, stony in nature, and you can see that a portion of the town itself almost seems to be afloat. The various different canals and things that you can see in this distance seems to perforate the entirety of the actual city itself. But it seems to be built in a circular fashion, kind of outwards, where there's this large, rather kind of tall wall that seems to surround the majority of the city. Here at the top of the hill, you can still see within the actual city itself, where a lot of the actual construction seems to be made of this various kind of like brick and mortar sort of buildings. You see various different small boats and such traveling through the various larger canals, some going towards the far center of the actual city itself, where you see a large set of almost taller walls within the center that kind of seems to surround an entire area. Um, but as you get closer to the actual city itself, you can see that the walls outside of the city probably has maybe 30, almost 40 feet of height. And from this distance, all of you can give me a bit of a perception check if you so wish.
I like the word "if you
Well,
so wish" because that means I don't have to do it.
Yes, it is
Like a day or
optional.
so after the most recent event.
Yeah, this would probably be a
we
day
took a long rest,
after.
right?
Yeah, you guys would have had a chance to had a long rest right after the windmill because you would have still been about a day away. Um, Neve, Giancarlo, the two of you kind of glancing towards the actual city itself, you don't see anything that would be too noticeable. You do see that this center wall, like these two layers of walls, this center area seems to be much more fancy. They probably have a large variety of different buildings that are like kind of domed, circular in shape, and have these grand kind of buildings and decorational areas across the entirety of them. And they're quite beautiful, though not necessarily too different to the rest of the city in construction, though they do appear to be of different makes. For the rest of you, Simon, Rune, the two of you kind of glancing towards the actual city itself do pick up a little bit more about it. Each of the various different areas of the city almost seem to be kind of strewn about in different colors. You can see that near the edges of the actual town itself, there seems to be an entire area where the rooftops, where the tiling, the shills, whatever it was, the kind of like rooftop tiles are composed mainly of almost like a dyed yellow. While you get a little bit closer, there's various different kind of roofs that are dyed different colors. Of the ones that you can see as of currently, you can see that there's yellow, there's white, there's green, there's red, there's blue. And if I remember correctly, there should be black as well. While there are just as many buildings that are not actually dyed with these various different colors. Esther, since you have been here before, you could give me a history check. I know that you can't see it, but you have been here before and you know about the city.
Something. Bit history.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
You vaguely recall that, when you could see, the various different roofs kind of denoted some of the various details that the actual city itself provided to you. You know that for certain colors, it kind of administered and told you what the actual building was typically for. Now, what they were actually for, you can't recall the exact details. But yeah, you do remember that, the various different colors are used for various different things. But yeah, as you guys eventually get up to the actual walls themselves, taking up the latter half, the better half of the morning, arriving probably somewhere around, let's say noon. Yeah, get there around noon. Glancing up, the now nearly 30, 40 feet tall walls kind of surround the area in front of you. And you can see that there's a variety of guards kind of stationed outside. You see two of them, a pair, what look to be relatively, similar looking, or at the very least similarly dressed, a man and a woman, currently kind of just speaking to the various different peoples as they're letting folks in or out of the actual walls themselves. They don't necessarily seem to be like stopping people, but they're just kind of like inspecting, kind of checking things over, making sure that there's nothing too dangerous that's getting into the actual city itself. The walls, the doors themselves are relatively wide open. You can see that they've basically let almost everyone through. But as you guys all kind of walk up, you do see that Alcon kind of just, yeah, she walks up to one of them. State your business. You see the man kind of says, we're here to visit some of these scholars in Asheville. We're here to investigate some of the various different details that might be pertaining to the demonic invasions. If we could get in, I'd love to see some of my friends, co-scholars, folks. She's got this like smile on her face. Before the guard kind of looks back, and the rest of you, they're here as my protection. Protection. Yeah. Mercenaries, gods, the like. He kind of like walks up to the group who's situated within the actual caravan itself.
It's in his
Uh,
direction.
Sorry?
I said I stare at his direction.
Yeah,
Vaguely where he's at.
he kind of walks up to the actual cart itself. You're all bodyguards.
I
I
think she was
wish.
pretty
Yes.
clear about that. Yeah.
Are you blind, miss?
Yes.
And you're bodyguard.
In a sense, yes.
I would say I see, but I don't think I do.
Well, I mean, I'm also, a priest, so I can do, spells and the like, but I'm also capable at combat. But I
Oh.
mean, on top of all that, she said that we were coming in for, I'm also here to visit family, so
Family.
yes,
Would it be anyone that knows, or I guess that
quite
would-
likely.
Oh, quite likely.
Yes.
Oh, now you're just coloring my curiosity.
What would his title be?
Oh God, what would his title be? I think it would just be councilman.
Yeah, I'll just say, hold on, let me check what my last name is, because I know I changed it right before the game. Councilman Vistar.
Oh, you're related.
Yes.
Well, okay, then please proceed. Do take care of yourselves, eh? Try not to be too much trouble, right? Oh, we won't be. Don't worry. We're just here to see some folks, speak, libraries, scholars, the like, visit family. But yeah, okay. Don't cause trouble. Go ahead. Let him through. And yeah, you can see the cart kind of gets pulled along. And the first thing that really hits you as you guys truly enter the actual city itself is the smells. As you enter an area where you see a lot of the rooftops and kind of like pavilions and the drapes and such are colored what appears to be yellow. In this area, you can see there is a variety of different shops, a variety of different restaurants, bakeries, and things that seems to be specifically near the actual edge of the city itself. Give me one moment, sorry.
Smells like just how I remember it.
And yeah, one of the things that you would really, really kind of hear, see, and kind of be able to witness really is the fresh bread that seems to be kind of very popular and commonplace around here. You guys had past fields and fields of various different bits of kind of corn, wheat, and such that have been growing the entirety of this period, or at the very least starting to, given that it is relatively early in spring. But yeah, it's kind of a beautiful place to say the very least. You can smell sweet rolls. You can see this freshly baked loaves of bread. You can see a variety of different people kind of selling what appears to be like, freshly grilled skewers, just a variety of different bits of street food that seems to be surrounding this immediate area as you guys are entering what appears to be, for the most part, a market. Is there anything that you guys would like to do as you kind of enter the town itself? You do see that Alcon is like ready to kind of just hop off and go, but she just kind of looks at all the rest of you, lets you decide if you so wish.
Well, where to first, everyone?
Oh, we have an injured guy.
You
Yeah,
do.
we gotta find his daughter.
You can
Oh,
see
is he
that,
awake right now?
he is awake. You can see that he's like kind of like clutching. What injuries did he have? I feel like I think it was just like a broken leg, right?
Yeah, his legs were crushed and they were burned pretty bad.
Yeah, yeah, like some burns.
Emotional damage.
That too.
Yeah, unfortunately, I can't healing word that shit. So
Yeah, there's no
Yeah.
therapy. There's no therapy spells.
yeah,
Unfortunately,
that requires a degree.
yeah, you can see that he doesn't look very good. His face is kind of like gaunt. His eyes a little bit hollow. He's just kind of like looking around, almost not really taking anything in. But as you kind of just look towards him, he kind of looks back.
Sir,
Uh,
where does your daughter live?
Where it's in the east, southeast portion of the city. Yeah. Yeah.
Real helpful, dude. Thank you. All right, let's go southeast, I guess.
Sorry, it's near the fisherman's district. You can look for the green rose.
Oh, thanks. That actually works.
Southeast portion of the city. There's two of them. There's one in the northeast portion of the city too. Just yeah, take me there, Arnie. Thank you.
Alrighty then.
Let's go.
But yeah, you kind of take him and string him along for the majority of the part. Let me put on. But yeah, as you guys are kind of perusing throughout the entirety of the city, you eventually find your way through over into the southwest portion of the city. The city itself is relatively large, and you can see that there is a lot of traversal that seems to be done by both on foot through some of the various different footbridges that kind of go about it, but as well as actually over what appears to be the actual canals themselves. There seems to be like a large central canal that cuts through almost the entire half of the city right near where you guys had entered. That seems to go from like all the way out into the ocean, all the way back to the front near where you guys had started. But kind of walking through, you see the various different roofs and kind of the various different things. You see a lot of the kind of stores, restaurants, and things like that typically have yellow roofs, while various different other places, such as government services, you see guard posts and places like that have like white roofs. As you guys are nearing the southeastern portion of it, where there is the actual coasts themselves, you see various different green roofs begin to pop up, which seems to signify like fish houses and like places where people, fishermen are from. Most of them are located near the actual docks and kind of nearing those areas. But yeah, as you guys are kind of bringing about, you do glance towards the center of the city where you can see this like large separate walled off area, and the majority of the domed roofs are a combination of a few colors, mainly white and blue. But yeah, kind of passing through the actual city itself, it's beautiful, it's healthy, and you can see that there is quite a lot of activity that seems to be kind of occurring within the actual city itself. It doesn't necessarily seem like they're too busy, but yeah, you eventually bring him to somewhere within the southeast portion of the city as he kind of continues to direct you. And eventually, you end up in front of a small home, which doesn't necessarily have, doesn't have a painted roof. It's just nearing two different buildings that do have painted roofs, which are both painted green. And you see him kind of ask one of you to knock for him.
Rin will kind of just walk right up and knock with all the confidence in the world.
Right. And after about maybe 15, 20 seconds, you can hear someone calling from inside. Just a moment. As
No problem.
You see the small hatch where there's like a peephole kind of open. Who are you?
Well, and Rune kind of turns to the gentleman next to the gentleman who actually has business here.
Do we know his name?
Do I? Do I?
I don't think you guys ever asked him.
Yeah.
He was too depressed.
You hear him kind of say, Rue, it's your father. I'm home. Oh, father! You hear from inside as the door kind of like unlocks and opens. She looks out, seeing this gigantic group in front of and kind of like surrounding her father. She's not like she looks a little bit hesitant to say the very least, but Rune, given you're at the very front, give me a insight check.
Dokily dokily.
Oh, okay. Yeah, she is at this current moment wondering, for the most part, inquisitive, but you can definitely tell that as soon as she spots her father, she gets this very worried look about her eyes. Her brow furrows and like she almost grabs at this kind of small waistcoat that she's wearing. You can see that she is wearing just like relatively plain kind of home clothes. She's got short brown hair that goes just past her ears. Probably somewhere in her early 20s. But she kind of looks up. Father, is everything okay? Why, is there something strange? Would you mind helping me inside? He kind of looks at all of you.
Yeah, all right. I'll take him up under the arms and just kind of, I don't know, like hobble him in there.
And you can see he kind of looks forward. Rue, can you bring out that wheelchair that was for grandmother? Yeah, yeah. As she kind of like walks back, goes underneath the stairs, grabs what appears to be like a wheelchair, pulls it back out. Mother, are you okay? Where's mother? She will come in. We fucked. As he kind of like pulls himself inside onto the wheelchair, looks back at all of you. Uh, give me a moment. I'll retrieve something. He kind of turns around in the wheelchair and goes inside, while you can see the daughter is just like standing there with like just clutching her mouth. Before like maybe 30 seconds later, you see the daughter kind of goes to actually follow him inside before he comes back, not with her in tow, but he has what appears to be a pair of boots. He kind of rolls it out. Here, I don't think I'll be using these anymore, and it's a thank you for risking yourselves and saving me. He just hands the boots to you, Rude. You take them?
Okay. Oh, yes. Though I'm not really sure what to do with them, so she kind of just holds them and nods.
Do they look like nice boots?
Oh, they look very, very nice. You can see on the sides of them what appears to be almost like these strange, like almost ethereal kind of floaty bits that seem to be coming off of it. From the best that you can tell at an immediate glance, they look magical.
I like look in between all the people, like look up between my party members, trying to gauge whether or not this is a socially acceptable thing to do from a grieving man.
Just do
He
the
seems
grabby
totally on
hands
board
at
with
him.
it.
Libra does not care.
Okay,
Well,
then
Well, Rune's at
must
least
be
gonna
fine.
hesitate.
Thank you for bringing me home.
You know, we can't accept this. This is quite like it. This must be quite valuable to you. It's We really didn't do much.
You took a risk. And to be entirely honest, I wouldn't have made it out of there without all of you. You saw and felt that second explosion. He kind of looks back. He sees that his daughter's not behind him. I don't know how I'm going to deal with this. But what's important is her. Not me. And not these bits. Gods know I'll probably never get a chance to use them again. So take them. Maybe we can consider
I do
ourselves.
here. Rune is just looking at everyone going, do I take these or
I think John will like put the hand on the boots to like press them to your chest. To like, oh, thank you. You know what? It was we weren't looking for anything, but we're happy to have a reward for doing all we could. We appreciate it.
Thank you. Good luck on whatever brings you to Asheville.
Probably nonsense.
Well, your nonsense saved me, so I'll take it. Thank you again. He kind of nods before wheeling himself back a little bit and just kind of closing the door.
I just lean over to Simon and I just go, what did they do? What is it? I can't tell.
If you give me 10 minutes, I can. Wait, did I take that spell today? Yeah, if you give me 10 minutes, I can tell you what they do.
What are they?
Oh, they're boots.
Oh,
Very nice boots.
oh.
they're quite hefty. They seem quite hefty.
Yeah, they're a pair of like leather boots, and at the very like just kind of all over them, and just on the sides of them, you can see like these bits of like almost ethereal thread that seems to be kind of like not necessarily unwinding from the actual boots themselves, but just kind of like floating off of them ever so slightly. Would you like to cast Identify on them?
Yes, I can do it. Well, I guess, a bit away from the house, immediately starts identifying these boots with the
Immediately
magnifying glass.
identifying. Yeah, no,
Take a few minutes for us to get to wherever it is that we're going.
yeah, and as you guys are kind of heading towards the actual academy for the actual buildings themselves, you can see that there is like an orange set of buildings that you guys are approaching that Alcon is kind of guiding you guys towards. But yeah,
So
as you guys are.
do you need us to accompany you there, or
Oh,
like do you want us to meet you somewhere else, or like what's the deal here?
to be entirely honest, it's up to you. I technically don't have a first-hand account of what happened. I was only there for the aftermath, essentially. But you were the ones who fought against the necromancer, was it?
Something
Yes,
like that, yes.
You were the ones who fought the two half-giant skeletons. So, I mean, I wouldn't mind a first-hand account, and I'm sure my colleagues wouldn't either. But I'll leave that up to you. As of this current moment, I'm going to go get a drink, find a place that we can rest up for the night, or tonight, and then after, I'm going to go speak to them. There's no sense in rushing any of this. We've got time. All right.
Well, if it's fine with whomever or anyone else, I would like to go see my father at some point today.
Well, I would love to meet a friend's father.
Is he important?
Relatively.
Ooh, I don't do good with parents, so I don't know. We should probably find somewhere to sleep though.
Yeah,
You
I'd rather
Do
not as
well
well.
with anybody?
A certain type of woman, yeah.
Hmm.
You like hmm. Do you bother with like any form of relationship that doesn't involve directly working with them or sleeping with them?
Well, I mean, I got this one girl, and I've just been kind of, I don't know. It's complicated, but I don't know if she's gonna. I'm working my way towards that. You know what I mean?
No, I don't know what you mean.
It's complicated. All right.
Is
Well,
it Inca the Tavern Keeper? Because we met her.
No, no. I mean, she's nice. I liked her, but like, I don't know. I didn't see that going anywhere past where it was. You know?
Oh, a real heartbreaker, this one.
No. Listen. I don't give anybody pretenses of anything other than what I'm after, you know, and the one time that I was honest with someone about that, and then they were like took it differently. She hogtied me in a cart. That was great.
Oh.
Actually, hold on. There's a festival coming up, right? Right, Jay?
No. There is
Are there-
like what is it called? There's a circus in town, but there's no
Yeah,
like festival
circus.
specifically.
That's what it was. There's a circus. Did I recognize any of the like the name of the troupe that's with the circus?
No, you did not. They do
Okay.
have these like posters that are kind of like up all over the various different notice boards and kind of bounty boards that you've seen across the town. And but like none of the figures on the actual like circus itself, though most of them are like either rather small, artistically drawn, or just like masked. It was difficult to really tell. You would probably have to go there in person to be able to see.
Well, you know, I don't know. I don't know where she's at, but uh, I don't know if I want to go to the circus. I mean, I'll hang around outside, but if I go in and yeah, it could be bad. But yeah, no, this is mostly just practice for me to be like, learn how to talk to people properly. I guess you know.
We've done a bad job.
I haven't done it. When have I done a bad job?
The apothecary woman at that town, awful job.
Well, that's the part I'm not. I mean, that was just poor judgment on my part. I'm talking about practice, like, you know, for the important stuff.
I don't get what you mean.
I don't think you would. You seem pretty not into this whole, you know, person to person thing so much.
well,
Kind of shrugs.
do
I'm not wrong.
do the two of you then want to recount our experience in the crypt to her friends then?
What's his handle? What do I?
Not necessarily.
Not
Not
we get
exactly a
paid.
storyteller.
I can tell a yarn. You can just be backup if you want.
I suppose.
Hey, Alkin, are we getting paid to tell this story, or is it just kind of like part of the job?
She
I'm
kind
good
of
either
looks
way.
at-
I just want to know up
She kind
front.
of looks at you. You know, honey, I'm paying you to tell the story.
All right, cool. Well, I'm just setting my expectations.
Okay. No, I mean, is everything about money to you?
I've had no money for my entire life, so kind of yeah.
Oh, you poor thing. Yeah. She gives you like a silver coin.
I don't. This feels patronizing. I'm gonna keep it, but I don't like it.
Oh, like silver
Only got
being
one
dropped in your
silver
hand.
richer. Congrats.
Yeah, I'm like poor Neve over there. I'm sorry, buddy.
I appreciate your gift from earlier, but again, we're going to find that circus master.
Oh yeah, no, I'll
There's
skin
a
him for you, like
circus
you
in
said.
town.
It's not that kind of circus.
Circus master? I mean,
The goblin guy.
the goblin was not the circus master. It was a human guy.
Right, yeah.
We're going to get the goblin too, but mostly the
Yeah.
circus master.
Something race war.
It's
Was
not
it-
a race war.
I don't
Was
know,
it
man. You
just
said
'cause
some pretty
he's-
unkind things about goblins.
Was it just because he stole from you?
That seems like a very valid reason to hold a grudge.
No, that's
He
entirely
did
very
steal
least.
all of his money.
At the
I feel
very
like
least, an
you
eye
can-
for an eye is fair.
You could steal his coin if you see him again, instead of, I don't know, killing him.
Yeah, but then he doesn't learn the lesson, you know? But if he loses a couple fingers, then that's a lesson.
You terrifying.
I'm nobody.
You know, now that I think about it, it's probably a good thing that you two aren't going to like meet my father, because he probably would just kill you.
Yeah, see, I don't do good with parents.
Not exactly a stand-up citizen.
Who, me?
Me.
No, yeah, definitely not you.
Well, that's probably why you didn't want to enter back into Fendel.
That's an entirely different reason.
Yeah, no,
Oh.
seriously.
Not a complicated.
You're the book lady.
Well, I guess if you want to pick the tavern, then that way we know where we're supposed to return to here.
Sure.
Yeah, where's the port part of town?
Sorry, what was he ask? What did you ask?
Where's the poor part of town? I mean, this place looks nice. Where's like the cheap part?
I don't think there is a cheap part. Ashra's the capital for.
So the whole place is all bougie like this?
This is not bougie. This is normal. You see, and you can kind of
There's no
glance
shit
around.
anywhere.
Yeah, there is no shit. It's relatively clean. There's like
How many orphans are on the floor?
At first glance, you don't see any.
There's no panhandlers. There's no shit on the floor. No one's died in the last 10
I
minutes.
think Libra is uncomfortable.
Yeah.
This
We're
place
clearly
is
in
nice.
the rich part of town.
She kind of crossed her arms. Have you ever been to a real city? I mean, aside from.
I'm from Femdale. That's it. I mean, I was born here, but I don't remember anything.
Didn't exactly have an option to leave.
Yeah.
Oh. Well, welcome to a relatively normal city. Though, to be fair, this is probably a bit better off than the majority of the other cities. If you go to somewhere like Coldrain, they'll probably even be more fancy. They have, I think, like steam things, steam engines, cars, things like that.
Engines. Okay.
Yeah, it's
That I
fancy.
don't understand.
Yeah, no, it's just words.
Look, she kind of points towards Simon, kind of like Simon here, except for vehicles like carts
Made of steam?
that uses steam.
Just kind of looks at Simon.
I do look at Simon.
Just,
Look up from the boots.
So you
Huh? I was like
run
focused on
steam.
the. I don't know what you would have to ask my dad what he put inside me.
Nah, he runs on his feet, dude. Just nudge him.
What?
So
I don't even wear
something
shoes.
was put inside
Wait.
you.
If you don't wear shoes, why have you been staring at the boots for so long?
I'm trying to figure out what they do.
We just interrupt the spell.
You put them on your feet.
You breaks concentration due to existential questioning.
No.
God damn it, I
I
have to
would
start
say
over.
that you would actually be done right around now.
Oh, nice.
You have learned that these are known as the boots of travel. Let me give you the
Wow, these
entry
boots
for
have
them.
seen everything.
These boots have indeed seen everything.
It ain't nothing
They're
to
made
me,
for
man.
For walking.
Layers.
God damn it,
Okay.
Andrew. I swear.
I don't. It's not giving you the
Details?
of it, is
No.
it?
Yeah, we don't see. We just see the
Just
image.
the
I
image.
see.
Wait, you
Okay.
see the image? I
Cool.
don't see shit.
Well, I didn't. They're
Quantity
wispy.
1.
They're a little bit
Nothing
torn up on
popped
the
up
edge.
for me. What the fuck?
I've got a little window that's entirely empty.
Do you not see it? You should be able to see it.
I
Little steel
Oh,
capped boots.
that's why I lost connection to the server. That makes sense.
Oh,
there
that'll
you
do
go.
it.
That'll do it.
I'm surprised it doesn't show you anything because it's supposed to. Maybe if you identify it. Oh, wait, here. You can drag and drop that into your sheet, and then you can identify it.
How do I drag and drop it?
Yeah, there's not really a thing in
Yeah.
items or anything.
No,
No.
there should be under items. If you go and look under the artifact section,
Jake,
under
there is no
low level.
artifact section.
There's
What?
none.
There is now.
Yeah,
There
I see
should
it.
be.
Oh, I
What
see
the
now.
fuck?
Oh, yeah, okay,
Where
I see it, I
is
see it, I see it.
this?
Oh, there it is.
Okay, I got it.
It's in the little briefcase.
Oh, and
Oh,
now
yeah.
I'm pretty sure.
Easy.
Now I think you could read the description as well.
Oh, there
I
it is.
can. Wait,
Okay.
very rare. Holy shit.
Okay.
We
There
robbed
you
this
Oy.
guy.
This guy should have sold this shit.
Maybe Neve will no
Damn.
longer be poor.
Oh. Well,
I
it
don't
is.
know if
They're
we-
worth
I don't
0
know
gold.
if we want to sell this. Wait a minute, these are kind
Okay.
of cool.
Well, he should have used
Cos-
these when he was getting his wife blown up. That'd have helped.
Well, the problem with the ethereal plane is like, what if we bring the bag of holding with us? That's just a problem.
Nothing bad happens to the bag of holding in the ethereal plane.
No, it's only the like
Yeah, it's only in other
other.
pocket dimensions
Yeah.
or extra dimensional spaces. The
Yeah.
ethereal plane is
Yeah.
just another plane that overlaps.
Yeah,
the
it's not if
material
you
plane.
go to a plane. It's straight up just like if you enter another pocket plane.
It'd be
Okay, so
very
who's
much
getting
a
the boot?
It would very much be an issue if you were plane shifting with a
Yeah,
fucking
literally.
bag.
High level adventurers with a bag of holding is just a death sentence now.
Yeah.
That would be pretty funny, actually. I would love that. They
No.
You have
restrict
to
you.
carry everything in higher levels just because you'll blow up.
Yeah, they restrict your use of either plane shift or your bag of holding, one or the other.
Wait, but you also can cast Dimension Tour once a day.
Once per
Misty's,
day, yeah.
Misty's.
And
Yeah,
that's
this would have really
20
helped him and his
Oh.
wife.
Damn.
Yeah, if only he'd
those are
had
good
these.
boots.
He didn't have it on him. That's the issue.
Well-
He had him at the house.
Yep.
Well, who's taking them then?
Hi, kitty.
I mean, I'll put in a bid for it.
I would love to put in a bid for it.
It does allow you to go 10 feet faster as your base
Are we
movement speed
settling-
increases by
Are we
10.
settling this like men? Are we doing boulder paper shears?
Well, it
I
might
mean,
not
I
just
wouldn't
be us
mind either.
two. Yeah, exactly.
Well, I don't feel a need to be faster.
My
I
walk
could-
speed
yeah.
is 20, but
Your walk speed is 20?
what? I'm slow.
Well, it's
Clearly.
currently because you guys are encumbered.
Oh, that makes sense.
Oh.
Some of you are
Wait, why
way
are we-
down
How
by
is
your
your walk
equipment.
speed 20?
Wait, why are we encumbered? I don't see it.
You're
It's your
encumbered.
inventory.
If you go into your inventory, there is
I'm
3
not.
sections to your
Oh.
weight.
Oh.
There is lightly encumbered, heavily
Oh, I gotta
encumbered,
put shit in the bag of holding. One
and a
second.
little
I didn't
Yeah, there
actually.
you go.
I didn't actually drag it into the bag of holding. I needed.
Yeah, you got to move it into your bag of holding to not be encumbered.
Okay,
I left
there
all
it
my
is.
stuff on the
Okay,
cart.
now it's 30 again.
Now you're back to 30.
Okay, nice. Yeah, so
Um,
I don't need this. I
yeah.
can Misty step already. Wait, can I?
Yes.
Never mind, I can't.
I was like, I
I just-
don't think you can Misty Step yet. You're level
Wait, yes,
2.
I can. Yes, I can.
Can
But
you?
no, I can. I have Fey touched.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
You do.
Remember, I
maybe.
did that.
Yeah, I think any of the marshals would be good to have it, honestly.
Yeah. The 10 extra feet plus being able to get closer to things immediately is great.
But like, I also need that. So like, what are we doing?
All I could say is, motherfucker, out of character, next level, or this, you've already got a bonus action to get places faster. Fuck
It is
you.
Yeah, I need the bonus action to use my other rapier, dude.
Well, figure it out.
That's what I say. Figure it out, bud.
I don't know.
That is one thing I need
Rolling-
to do is go to a blacksmith and buy another rapier.
Well, do we want to like roll a d100 and see who gets closest to like 1 or 100 and go from there?
Heads or tails?
Jesus.
That sounds like fun.
Sure. If we let
Do
fate
it.
decide, I mean, is it just gonna be Anthony or I? Does anyone else want
Well, I was
these?
gonna say me as well.
All
'Cause I
right,
was like,
yeah.
it wouldn't be bad on
Okay.
me.
Oh, okay. Let's do this in a.
God damn it.
Wait.
Well, we never
Oh, whoever gets to
classified
be.
if we're going higher or lower.
You guys
Yeah.
are
I guess.
going
Well, the roll was the
higher.
roll.
Ooh,
Fuck.
that's
roll.
rough, bud.
God damn it.
Well,
Are
Oh.
we all doing it, or is it just Giancarlo and Esther?
It's if you.
and
I think
if
it's
you want
whoever
the
wants
item.
the
Whoever wants
boots.
it, yeah.
Oh,
God
that's,
damn it.
I mean, it's not great. Someone could easily.
There's still a
exceed that number.
52% chance someone beats him.
Yeah, literally.
Is anybody else going for it?
Let me check when I get Misty Step.
You
Damn.
sure?
Damn. Wait, I want to do this for fun now.
Neve gets it.
That is kind of upsetting that the man who has 120-foot range for fighting might get these.
Hold-
The guy who
hold on.
doesn't get up close is like, yeah, no, I'm teleport now.
Wait, I don't get it till my 5th level. What do I say? R.
Aw, 69. Nice.
Nice.
Slash
Nice.
R, yeah. And
Okay,
then
slash
1d100.
R.
Man, us martial people
Nice.
just really not exceeding this number, huh? You're just
I guess
really
Neve
not
gets it.
exceeding
God
this number.
damn it. All
I
the
guess
It is
Neve-
funny
people-
that the 3 people who don't need it.
Yeah, the 3 people who are ranged.
Neva's mad because he got all of his money
Also,
stolen.
I'm pretty
Neve-
sure Neve and I get Misty Step soon.
Neve
Neve's
would
just
like to
here.
take the boots that he has now fairly won and give them to Giancarlo as thanks for
Let's
giving him
go.
money.
Oh, okay. Giancarlo gets the boots
Oh.
then.
Now
I'm
we're-
here to be able to give you money. This is bullshit.
You didn't offer after you got in, and I told you about him losing his money.
I feel like
This
there's
was already
conflict
over by
growing
that
between
point.
us.
Yo, well, we did the recap just now.
Nah,
And
I'm
you
gonna
didn't
kill
offer a
Giancarlo,
cent.
it's fine.
Thank you, Eve. You are a trooper. I have a newfound respect for you. You need
didn't
anything
already
taken care
respect
of.
him?
Me before.
I have a modicum of respect for everybody, but he is upgraded in my book. You are now number 2 behind me.
I feel like you should rethink that decision, Neve. He doesn't care about you.
I do
I
care
do.
about him a
You
lot
just
more
said you
than
did.
yeah. And I gave him money. We're friends, aren't we friends, Neve? Listen, anything you need, I'll take care of it. All right.
I mean,
Illegally.
It's just the one thing, namely, we're gonna kill that goblin, but
Oh,
something else might come up.
Why the
brother,
goblin?
I am
Not the,
with
the
you on that.
human! The human!
I
What
mean,
if the goblin is just an indentured servant?
then he doesn't need his fingers.
Sure.
This is some
Who cares
very
about a
brutal
career
talk from
past this?
Well, I feel like we've
Nice.
learned a lot about ourselves here.
you.
So
I'm sorry, but real quick, does it just take getting all of your money stolen for you to go into a murderous rampage?
I feel like I've been very calm about it. I'm just expressly clear that when we find
You're
that
expressly
goblin,
clear that you want
we're
to
gonna-
murder a man because he stole money.
is that not what you would do?
No.
well,
We're
you know,
learning a
to
lot
be
about the
fair,
world.
it's not technically murder if he attacks first.
Right, so Neve just needs to be so annoying that Neve gets attacked first. And then it's just self-defense. It's just standing your ground.
I feel like the robbery was an attack on my soul.
Yeah. You know, robbery is a form of violence if you think about it. I know because I've done a couple of them. So, like, you know, I
You
get.
know, I don't think anyone's going to disagree with you that robbery is in itself a form of violence.
And has
Is that
somebody
as far
tried
as
to
you've
hurt you
gone?
because you robbed them?
Oh yeah, but I always won.
See?
Normally
No,
because I
There's no
surprised them.
reaction.
Is
We
that
had
as far
someone
as you've
try and-
gone? Robbery.
This is
What?
very different in Canada than in the United States.
You know, we had someone try and rob our temple once when I was still there.
And I'm guessing they're dead.
Were
Well-
they divinely rebuked?
Well, no. So this is like I was relatively young. I was only like 30 or 40 at the time, but you know, we were just kind of there, and they snuck in. They tried to, you know, steal some gold, and they left. But the head priestess that was above me, she, you have to imagine this little bitty gnome lady saw all this going on, and she just pointed at him. She said something in gnomish, don't know what it was, and he basically turned inside out.
So that's 2 on the murder plan.
Well, no, he didn't die. He kind of wished he did, though.
He turned inside out but didn't die.
I was more
That's
being hyperbolic because I couldn't
horrible.
see. But I
Oh,
just
well,
know
yeah.
that apparently he was screaming a lot. In parentheses, she cast harm on him.
Ah,
Ooh. Oy.
The fact
The
you
homie got dropped to, like,
survived.
well, no, harm only can drop you to 1 hit point. It
Yeah.
can't go
Oh,
any lower.
really?
oh yeah.
Yeah, what it does is if I remember correctly, if you fail to save, you take like a shitload of necrotic damage and have your max health reduced by that amount down to 1.
14d6.
Yeah. So like if you fail, you at most can live with like 1 hit point, but you only have a 1 hit point max. So
Ah.
I mean, he stubs his toe and he's dead.
Yeah.
Like, out of character, he stubs his
That's
toe
it,
and he's
yeah.
dead.
yeah, good
Question,
old,
Jake.
What's
that
up?
was fun.
How does one attune an item?
Well, you
Uh,
have to short rest for an hour.
Oh well, yeah.
I think if
obviously,
you
but like,
drag it
there's
into
no
your
button for
inventory
it.
from the items,
I did, yeah.
and then
If
you right click it,
click on it. Yeah.
Yep.
and then there should be an attune button. If there isn't,
no.
then it's on the far right. Oh wait,
Uh,
I don't think this. Okay, so this specific item, because of the way that I had it set up, I haven't migrated it over to the new sheet. It doesn't actually have the effects, so it's currently not attunement. So
okay, I think I can edit it if I do magic.
Yep.
There's
and then there's attunement. There you go.
is attunement on there now?
Yep, it is
There should be,
attunement
if magic
required.
is.
Boom,
Okay,
that's it.
there we go.
There you go.
There it is. Okay, cool.
Let me change some of the effects so that you actually get the fast.
Yeah.
I'll do that later. Don't worry about it.
Yeah,
We'll-
no worries. No big
We'll
deal.
worry about that later. But yeah,
Okay, cool.
Asheville. You guys now find yourselves within the city of Asheville. You have found an inn, as it were. While you guys were having your conversations, kind of discussing some things, you do see that sorry, Alcon comes back with a inn like description. She says, "Okay, so there's an inn nearby. It's called the Whispering Pigeon. We are going to be staying there for the next 2 nights. I've already paid for the rooms. There's 3 separate rooms.
Oh,
beds
2
each.
nights?
Did you want to
There's
stay
a very
longer?
audible gulp from Esther.
Did you want to stay longer?
No, it's fine.
Is that
Something wrong with that?
No, it's fine. It's just
That sounds like
Uh,
there's a problem.
you see, large Florida cities like this, they're very overwhelming on my senses. Is all. 2 days, I'm sure it'll be fine.
We can make it 1 night.
No, 2's fine. 3 is when things get really crazy.
What happens?
Have you ever heard that, or like, have you ever read that old book from like years ago about like, you know, the little girl that gets possessed by like some demon from the abyss?
Why?
I don't like where this is going.
Well, you know, she gets like levitates. She like throws a priest out the window. It's really wild. But yeah, I start getting like that.
It's a book now, is it?
We
Well,
can
we
go
don't have
camp.
fucking movies, Andrew.
It's a play, actually.
We
Pretty
can stay
impressive.
Yeah,
outside
they
the
do the
Right.
head
city.
spin and everything.
It's an owlin, didn't you know?
I mean, if you're really concerned about it, we can stay outside the city.
I was mostly also being hyperbolic, but 2 days will be fine as long as we don't stay any longer than that.
Okay. I mean, sure. The circus is on tonight, I think. Checks. Yeah, it's on tonight and tomorrow. Well, it's been on for about almost a week, but did you guys want to check it out? Or did you want to come with me to speak at nice, you know?
Maybe there are goblins that you can take your rage out on, Neve.
I'm not going back to a circus.
Please
Not again.
do not kill the goblins at the circus.
I didn't say kill.
No,
Please
we're
do
just gonna
not.
take a couple fingers or whatever.
What is it my siblings used to say? Not my monkeys, not my circus?
Are there
Something
monkeys
to
at
that
this
effect.
circus?
No, but I heard there are goblins.
Is that like
But
some
what this-
Feywild, like
I'm very
figure of
confused about
speech?
what that has to do with the circus we have here.
Yeah.
Well, I guess it is quite rude to say that goblins are akin to monkeys. They're so clearly different.
About the same size, but yeah.
Nobody says a word.
I gotta be clear, it's not a goblin thing. It's the one specific goblin.
Well,
I
you
mean,
haven't
hey, if
met
it's a
other
goblin
goblins,
thing,
have you?
it's fine too. It's whatever.
I wish
Hey,
we were
to
playing
ask-
with cameras because when she said that, I had like 3 jokes lined up and I had to stop myself.
I hate to ask, but you haven't met other goblins, have you?
Well, no, but I
Then
assume
how
they're
do you know it's just the goblin problem?
This feels like a trick to get me to this other circus.
Hey, man, I'm
not
going to the
going
circus. I just want to
circus.
see what's going on.
You're actually going to the circus.
Yeah, why not?
Are you also gonna recount your the story to the people?
Yeah. Do we have time?
I don't know. I looked to her.
I mean, we have time.
I mean, yeah. Ideally, it's I go to a blacksmith, pick up a sword. I go to your thing. I tell my story, and then I go to the circus.
Bada
You
bing,
do
bada
realize
boom.
that you're going with her, right?
Yeah. Why?
Okay. It was just a very singular sounding statement.
I don't. I guess. Yeah.
Okay.
Well, shall we go our separate ways then?
Is our separate ways altogether back to the academy to tell the story?
Oh, I
thought you
thought we
were
were gonna go
going
see
with-
Esther's family.
Yeah.
I mean, some of us can. It's not like everyone has to go.
Well, not all of us are going.
I want to go everywhere. Can't decide.
I'm going
Well,
to
I
the
would go on my
academy.
own, but
I'm gonna go to the academy now.
But academy. But Esther's family. Oh no.
Do you want me
Well,
to go
how
to the
long
academy?
is the
today?
family visit gonna
tomorrow?
take?
You can't just have a quick visit with family.
I mean, what
Do we
time is it
need to
right now?
bring?
It's
Well, can
like
we stay the night with them?
1:30ish in the afternoon.
Well, then let's just go to the academy then, and then because I would imagine my father is probably technically working right about now, so we can just go to the academy then. I thought it was later, can't tell, but we can just go later and we can just have dinner there, I guess.
Yay!
At least whomever is wanting to go. I mean,
Books.
again, I doubt. Thinking about it and hearing about how Giancarlo outright admitted that he's stolen a lot. I don't think he'd probably play well in that place.
It wasn't. Yeah, I'm not. I'm not gonna go meet your dad. I'm not. No offense. I'm just not going to that.
I think that might be for the better, honestly. Like there is a lot of valuable things in his home from what I can remember. So
I don't steal from partners. All right. I don't do that. Although if he finds out that I'm a thief and decides to like pick my skin off with a spell or something, I'd rather avoid that.
is my dad capable of spellcasting aside from the baseline like elven spell that they get?
He's like level 3.
Okay. Yeah, he could totally do that. I saw him once cast like one of those power word spells on someone and like their skin just fell off. It was awful.
Yeah, well, I don't know. That sounds like bullshit from you, but I also just don't want to test it.
There's no, like, she does not smile. She does not, like, have any outright sign as to whether or not she's lying or not.
So, what is the split up gonna be afterwards then? Who's going with Esther?
I'll go with
I
Esther.
plan to go with Esther.
Neve?
I'll go to the academy.
Well, we're
No,
all
we're
going
all
to the
going to the
academy.
academy.
I'll
Talking
go
about
to
after.
the circus, I guess. If those are the two options.
Oh, now you're going to the circus to start a race war.
It's not a race war. Unless
Jake is gonna make sure that every goblin you meet is so fucking hateful towards you for no reason.
I can smell the racism.
Oh, those are gonna all be the nicest people imaginable. Like, hello, good sir. Can I interest you in some free platinum? And like, do you also want to just casually sign this paper that will give a donation of like 50 bajillion platinum to orphans? You're bad if you say no, by the way.
No, orphans should learn to steal like good children.
Oh,
Now, if I donate to you, will I get a tax return on it, or are you getting the
we
tax
don't
return?
we don't do that here.
What are taxes?
What? Taxes? Wait, you don't know what taxes are?
I get exempted from taxes.
How would I?
Because you're
what?
blind?
No, I'm a priestess.
You know what? That makes a lot more sense than what I said.
No, I don't know what taxes are. Should I?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Femdo's like famous for taxes, dude.
I didn't exactly have a job.
I mean,
the
me neither. I
IRS, and they
spent
catch
most of
this
my
guy,
life
they're gonna
conquering.
crucify him.
I also
Lucky for
didn't
him.
exactly make money.
I mean, yeah, me neither.
Sure, I'll believe that.
I didn't make money. I took money. That's different.
Anyways, to the library, my favorite place.
Hey, everyone good? Everyone ready? Did you want to do anything else before we went? Or are you
Blacksmith, stop
okay?
real quick. I just need one thing.
Right. You stop at the blacksmith, so you're grabbing a singular rapier.
I will sell my short sword and my 3 non-magic daggers.
You can get half of however much they cost.
Okay, so short sword is worth 10, so I'll get 5, and the daggers are each worth 2, so I'll get 3
One.
total, so I'll get 8. And then I'll just discount the rapier for that much.
Go for it. You could just buy that in your own time because I think you could just go to your what was it shop at the top right. Yeah, if you go to
Equipment
the
shop, yeah.
3 dots, there's the equipment shop that you can go and purchase some items,
Okay.
and then you can add back however much gold you spent to sell those things.
How can I sell items, I guess? I don't even know. Whatever.
I don't think you could do it through the equipment shop, as far as I'm aware.
I'll just do it manually then.
But yeah, as you guys are actually within the city itself, you're doing whatever it is that you wish. You kind of pass by the blacksmiths. You see Giancarlo run in, sell some stuff, buy a rapier, run out. But as you guys are actually kind of taken throughout the rest of the city, you do see that kind of Akala guides you guys through some of the actual boats themselves. She buys a small short trip on a gondola to get you guys to the northern side of the actual city itself, and you can see it's a large, kind of beautiful gondola that takes you guys across the actual waterways where there's, probably dozens of other gondolas that are also traversing in much the same manner. All sorts of varieties of different people kind of within them. Humans, half elves, You see a few tieflings, halflings, all sorts of people just kind of going about. None that none that visually look nearly as striking as Rune or as Simon, but you do manage to get across with relatively little issues. Kind of now you see that some of these roofs are now colored differently, not necessarily like too differently, but these ones are colored a little bit more orange, almost seemingly to denote academic kind of buildings, as it were. There is a large kind of like square that you guys approach, passing through some of the actual buildings themselves. This large square has a variety of other kind of like smaller buildings surrounding the edges of it. But the actual square itself seems to be also painted orange. Not the entirety of it itself, but you do see what appears to be on this current day, like a gathering of students that seem to be participating in some sort of maybe assembly or some sort of like kind of event. uh Kind of walking into the actual edges of the courtyard, you do see a few people kind of glance at you, but you see Alcon kind of flashes some sort of badge or plate, you're not entirely sure, but before they just kind of look the other way, or some of them just begin to kind of like glance back at whatever it is that they were doing. um but kind of taking you alongside the side of this actual large area, you can definitely see that it actually seems to be some sort of protest almost. At the very front appears to be like a short halfling. He seems to be yelling out about a variety of different things. Would you guys be trying to pay attention, or just not give a shit and walk past?
Of course.
All
I
right,
would
give
probably be
me
paying attention.
give me a perception check.
Okie
Anyone who's
dokie.
interested?
Yeah, it'd be like a 10 baseline.
Ooh.
Ooh.
Look at them.
Damn,
I know
Esther.
what you are.
They are protesting.
Oh, I'm so.
Uh, so for the majority of you, as you're kind of like either just casually paying attention, you can hear that they seem to be protesting what the council of Ashfell specifically are doing. Not necessarily what they're doing, they're actually protesting what they're not doing. They seem to be specifically talking about how little action has been taken in the case that the demonic invasion begins early. They've seen very little action that has been taken over the last like couple of years. You can hear the halfling kind of specifically speaking about the various different policies that seems to be reducing the power of the actual people themselves, allowing various different people, into the government who are just essentially based off of money, which is what he's kind of saying. And just like, the general rule of thumb that, the government of Ashfell, specifically the council, is not doing everything that they should be to actually kind of prepare for this war, that they should be, increasing the amount of money that is being spent on the military and training guards, preparing magical items and such, but instead they're kind of funneling a lot of that into the pockets of people who don't really necessarily deserve it, but are, helping the city somewhat. Esther, you actually hear the name Cyrus pop up a few times within the crowd. And it sounds like Cyrus Vestar, that's your last name, right? Vestar? I'm pretty sure that is. Yeah. Has been advocating to be pro these kind of merchants and people who have raised themselves into positions of power. And he's one of the more prominent figures that have been kind of, that this person or this group of people are kind of protesting against. But yeah, that's mainly what you hear. Giancarlo, you also hear the name Cyrus every once in a while, but you're like, you don't know who that really is. It seems to be a counselor. But yeah. before.
Why are they angry?
They're specifically angry that the
No, I'm
count.
asking my group.
Oh, sorry.
Like naively, what? Why? What?
Well,
Oh, it
it
sounds
seems
like
to
the
be a protest.
yeah. I don't know what this is. I mean, aren't the guards gonna come down and just beat the shit out of these people?
No, not unless they get violent first.
Well,
Why
I'm
not?
sure that's what they say.
Glancing around, Giancarlo, you actually do see like maybe a dozen guards just kind of standing around the edges of the area. They're not like doing anything, they're just kind of watching.
But they seem a little annoyed that seem to believe that the some members of the council are not putting the people's best interests first.
What do you mean the people's best interest?
Well,
They're just working for themselves.
they seem to be under the impression that they're more focused on putting money in their own pockets.
But that's like what the people in charge do, right?
That's pretty normal.
Yeah. Like, why are they surprised about that?
Not every like city, town, or municipal is Femdale, by the way.
But I mean, why would it work any different here?
It just works.
I'm gonna get the gift.
You can see that you can see how Khan does like pause at the very briefest for the very briefest of movements to kind of like let someone finish a little bit of like the argument that they were making before she just kind of shakes her head and walks forward. Before leading you guys to what appears to be like the main kind of school building. It almost looks like a church. There's like 3 floors to it. This wide kind of domed rooftop that you can see is kind of like painted this bright orange. It almost looks like too much almost. But it is a beautiful area, and you can hear the kind of like the various different students kind of going about their day. They're like it's just a variety of things and people that are kind of wandering both in and out of the actual buildings themselves. You see most of them are in like a set of kind of uniforms that are relatively like consistent across both men and female men and women, and it's just like for the most part they're dressed the part. All of their outfits have like this orange kind of like collar, while the rest of their robes are typically like almost black or white in some cases. But walking into the actual like main school building, you can see it appears to be like a relatively large kind of elevated room in the first instance that you enter, at the very front of which sits to like the sides. Like these people in like small booths who seem to be answering questions, and you do see like a large sign that says information off to the side. But further into the actual schools themselves, you could see a variety of like staircases that seem to be going up to various different levels, where you can see students kind of moving in and out of the various rooms. Alkan kind of leads you guys to the information area, where she kind of engages the front person in a bit of conversation before she dragging you guys further up to the 3rd floor of the building, and taking you guys off to the side and into what appears to be almost like a classroom. And it seems to be nearing the end of a class, but you see what appears to be like a tall, kind of a like relatively tall red dragonborn individual at the very front of the classroom, kind of discussing the various different things. You see he's got like a set of spectacles that seems to dangle at the very top of his nose, like this long set of almost like scaly dreads that kind of pour off of his head, a long black robe, and the same kind of orange collar that almost everyone else has. And he seems to be describing what appears to be kind of like some of the history that specifically relates to the demonic invasions. You can see actually, let's see. Someone roll me a D100 to see how much content of his class you actually get. I just need one person to roll me a D100. Anybody?
Someone's got it
Okay.
right. Someone's got it
28.
right.
We don't hear much.
You get an okay chunk of it, but it's essentially like the closing statements of it. As you guys hear a bell begin to ring just outside somewhere. He kind of looks up and, hold on, class. Don't exit just yet. We need to finish this last little bit and we can start on the next chapter for our next class. What essentially has come to it is that the locations of these demonic invasions are quite inconsistent with one another, but in their inconsistencies, there is a sort of consistency. One, our first was in the east, our second was in the west. Our third, as far as we were aware, was very central. So, potentially we could determine that one will end up in the north or in the south. Now, that is pure speculation, but there has been evidence to support it, specifically that the northern regions may be spotting some strange individuals. So if you have family in the north, I would recommend you go south. Thank you, class. We'll begin next week on our next lesson. As you see, the majority of the class begins to file out. Like there's 2 students who are in the far back, what look like 2 human men, like like boys. They are both like just hard asleep, while the rest of the class just begins to actually like kind of funnel out before Akan kind of begins to approach the actual professor. Oh, Akan! Why, it has been been a little bit. How are you? I'm excellent. Very good to see you. This is the group that I've been traveling a bit with. They are, oh, how do I even describe this? Mercenaries? They helped me acquire some of that information I passed by pigeon. Oh, excellent. Very good to meet you. He kind of extends a hand at the person who's at the front, who's closest. Who'd that be?
I mean, I would sit at the front of the class, so probably me.
Okay. Oh, are you from Coldrain?
I am. And I'm interested in knowing about these sightings up north. I have family up north.
Oh, yes. There have been some dreadful sightings up north, but I think this would be best talked over some tea and perhaps some cakes. Please, follow me. I dread myself. I'll do some introductions once we've had a bit to sit down. Please, Alkan, follow me, and the rest of you as well. And he kind of leads you throughout the halls, kind of takes you down to a little bit of a what appears to be almost like a cafeteria area before he opens a door off to the side and kind of walks you guys into a what appears to be almost like a staff room. There's like these wide open windows that kind of look out into the actual city itself. One of them which is slightly open. There doesn't appear to be anybody else around, but he kind of grabs what appears to be like a set of just kind of drinks and such, brings it to the table itself. Before he heats it up himself, just like holding it with his hand, and you can see his hand begin to glow, and the metal pot just begins to steam very quickly. Before he puts a few different teacups out for everyone and bringing out a few small cakes. Please, have a seat, have a seat. Now, oh, I apologize, I haven't introduced myself yet either. I'm Professor, actually, sorry, let me go find his name. Give me a second. I'm Professor Deepwater. Excellent to meet all of you. He kind of shakes all your hands. Do you introduce yourselves?
Yeah, Rune pipes up immediately and goes, "It's very wonderful to meet you, Professor Deporteur?
Deep
Deporter?
Yes. Deep ward. Ward as in WARD. Protection, as it were.
Ah,
Yes.
okay.
Yes.
Just to be clear, his last
Pardon
name is
me.
Deepward, right?
Yes.
Man, he's a good jungler.
uh,
Boo.
the true boo.
You
Boo
only
him. Boo
boo me
him.
because you're a low elo pissant. Don't get mad at me.
Boo,
What
bad
the hell?
joke.
Boo, bad
Boo.
joke.
Catching
Boo.
strays.
um, but he kind of introduces himself to everybody else as well. Is there anybody that doesn't want to introduce themselves or kind of doesn't say who they are to him?
Oh, I'm not talking to that guy.
I'll introduce
I
myself.
think Libra is probably just thrown back by the handshake he's being provided.
Are you okay, son?
Why? He just like looks at the hand.
He looks. Whatever do you mean?
Why are you trying to shake my hand?
It's a. Are you misunderstanding the concept of a handshake? Or do you just not understand why I'm
Well, I
shaking
get
your
a
hand in
handshake,
general?
but I don't know who you are.
Well, I'm introducing myself. I'm Trim Deepward, one of the professors here, specializing in demonic magics, demonics, and demons. I'm meeting you for the first time, so I'm shaking your hand. Is that odd to you?
You're a little
So,
new to this
yes.
whole thing.
Sorry, could you repeat that?
Which one of us?
Esther.
Oh, I said, pardon him. He's a little new to all this.
Oh, are you from elsewhere? A different plane, perhaps? You look human enough. Hmm.
No, I'm from here.
Then I'm not sure I understand the confusion about the handshake.
Well, I think
What
we ought to excuse him and move on. He's just not a touchy-feely kind of guy.
My apologies if I offended you in any form. Simply enjoy the company of new folks. Always having a bit of a talk in regards to my demonic obsession, as some folks would describe it as. Not everyone wants to remember, but I believe that remembering is our first step in protecting ourselves and ensuring that the world will not fall to the demons. You see. Yes, yes. But very nice to meet you, and I apologize again about the handshake. And who might you be? He is looking directly at you, Giancarlo.
Oh, I'm nobody. You don't have to worry about me. I'm just a guard.
Very well. If you do not wish to be introduced, then I will not bug you in regards to it. But Alkan, yes, dreadful, this business. I've had this anxiety building up within me for the last year, and I do not believe it will be good. The world is not as ready for this invasion as they should be. The last one was more isolated, more close to home, and more, well, we managed to avoid the worst of it. Cities aside, people are touchy about the subject now, and I'm not sure I understand why. Yes, it's strange, isn't it? These folks, they very much have a story that they could potentially be able to tell you, specifically in regards to how we came about the book that I was describing, which, I have with me. Um, if you could, she kind of gestures towards all of you. I'm not sure who wants to take it from here, but
Like turn towards like Giancarlo.
Yeah, who said he would do it?
Yeah, all right, fine, whatever. All right, so we went to this ruin in the on Alkin's advice, and then there was a bunch of skeletons out front, like a bunch of skeletons. They were walking around guarding the place. We got in there, and there was this, I don't know, you call him a necromancer, right? Necromancer, and he was with these two big coffins, and the coffins had these giant motherfucker
Twins.
skeletons in them.
The twins.
Yeah,
Simon.
Oh!
They'll-
Jesus.
the twins.
yeah, and he made this sort of magic circle around the coffins, and then as long as the circle was intact, these giant skeletons were coming out of the coffins, and it looked real spooky. And then we broke the circles, they disintegrated, we killed him, and then we had this book that had this evil looking thing on the front of it, and fuck with my head for a second, but I broke out of it. So I think we still have that, right?
Yes.
Yeah,
We-
and it
we
was this
grabbed it.
evil book.
I have it here, yes. Sorry.
Yeah, it was pretty much
oh, holy
straightforward like that.
Oh, dude, doing that guy's voice is killing my throat. Sorry.
Poor thing.
You can see he kind of like nods and is writing some of this down inside of a notebook, and you can see Alcon is kind of like filling him in various different places where he's like basically saying, "Oh, it was the cleric Saint Feora and her twin, the paladin Keora," and just like various different details in regards to kind of how all this was. There should have been consecration on their graves. Yes, but it wore off with the last invasion. Maybe because they were so close to, Entar. That doesn't make any sense. Well, I don't know. And then you can see they begin like this voracious discussion that kind of like goes a little bit off rails. But if you guys are paying any sort of attention, you can definitely tell that they're having like a proper discussion. And for the most part, it's describing things like, oh, where do you think this could have originated? How would their protection have worn off? It was most likely like some sort of demons probably scoured the area, destroyed their protection, but didn't have time to actually, steal anything from the location itself because the protection was still there. It could be that they would target the location after on their next return, but that doesn't make any sense. Demons don't typically think like that. And then they have like an entire discussion specifically in regards to what could be happening. She describes the book, and you can see she actually pulls it out at one point. This is our titular piece, the one that I'm, most concerned about. Is the symbol of... Yes, it is. Oh, no. That is dreadful news. Are all of you aware of the Demon Lord of Undeath?
We talked about it.
Really?
Aware or familiar? Because aware.
Yeah, closer to that.
Well, it would be a bit of both, I suppose. But the Demon Lord of Undeath, Magnolia, and their counterpart, the Demon Lord of Death, Bane. Their two manifestations are quite dangerous, to say the very least. If there is evidence that Demon Lord of Demon Lord of Undeath has potential dealings in this could be very, very grave news. Well, excuse the pun, but this could be bad. Oh, yes, that's exactly why I came to you in regards to this. Is there any additional information you could potentially offer us? Oh, yes, I suppose there is. There was a link specifically to the Demon Lord of Undeath that we had uncovered previously, but it had ended in, well, what had essentially been at an end. We did not think that it was a real link after we had found the source. But perhaps we missed something. There is a ruin about a day to the north of here. We had investigated it and found that within there were traces of both undead and cases of demons, perhaps some combination of one another. But it had been ruled as a coincidence. How many years ago was that? It would have been almost 10 years ago, right? Yes. Perhaps it might be worth taking a look at again. Say, all of you are adventurers, yes?
I do stuff for money, yeah.
I guess so.
Well, I suppose I would pay you if you are able to investigate and find any sources, even if you were to find no traces of a connection between the two. I would still be willing to pay all of you, of course. If you could.
Nice.
Yes. So there's a ruin about a day's north of here. On the coast, if you follow it, it is hidden within certain alcoves across the jagged landscape. Part of it is underwater, so it might be a bit difficult to traverse, but I believe all of you will be able to figure out certain ways. Perhaps you could buy potions of water breathing. But within there, we had discovered a statue that seemed to have been radiating this power. We could not determine what it was, and, well, in the end, we considered it a coincidence. Why did we consider it a coincidence? I'm not sure. I wasn't there. But yes, please, if you could. Whenever you're ready. There's no time pressure, I suppose, but it would be interesting to, at the very least, find out if there is a connection between these two. You can see he kind of goes to ponder. And he and Alcon continue the conversation. Most of the time, kind of not really necessarily putting any emphasis in specifically in regards to what you guys are going to be doing, but they all almost seem to kind of like trail off into, reminiscing memories, the various different things. They're just enjoying their tea and kind of having a conversation while you guys are off to the side. But for the most part, your kind of meeting with Professor Trim Deepward concludes, and you've been given a new task.
But
Actually,
Go ahead.
the
what about the things in the north?
oh,
I just
yes, my apologies, my dear. There have been traces, strange lights that have been showing up within the areas of the Treepath, across the various different fields that the Halig can see. It was
lights.
said, yes, and it was said that previously, during previous invasions, in the months prior to the invasion itself, similar lights were seen in regions across the plain, but much more concentrated across the areas of which the invasions actually occurred. If the
Where are the lights?
signs, the lights, the fields to the east of Halig, within the Dreeporth region, near the Tunyalak, I can't fucking say my own words. Tunyaliak Fjord.
That's just that you made that word up. That's not real.
It's real. That's where Coltrane is.
Yes, it's where Coltrane is.
Seriously? Oh,
Yes.
that can't be real. That's
Do you have a map?
do we got
Uh,
a map?
in my head.
I have an extra one. I can give all of you. And he essentially brings out this exact map from in front of you. He kind of spreads it out on the table in front of you. This was commissioned just over some 30 years ago, but as far as I'm aware, the information on it still stands as it were. There is no major changes, but this information is accurate. It's yours. I can give it to you. It's an extra. Keep it on hand. Could be quite useful. But
Thank you.
the areas that we're looking for is here. He kind of takes out like a not a marker per se, but he takes out like a pin and he kind of like marks it on your guys' map. Yeah. That is the location of which there have been these. Well, that is the location of this temple, this ruin that we had investigated previously. While here, he kind of marks up here, is the region in which, you know what? Actually, let's give you a circle. Here is the region in which the various different lights had been spotted.
Do I know much about that region that he's circling?
You could give me a history check. Anybody can give me a history check. I would say, Simon, you can have an advantage on this.
Yay! Oh, thank God. Wait. No, God damn it. I always roll bad intelligence checks, clearly.
As always, Giancarlo's surprisingly knowledgeable about stuff.
Surprisingly knowledgeable. Yeah. Unfortunately, Rune, you haven't really read much about the region. And very similarly, Neve, like, you've heard of it, obviously, but the majority of what you guys would know would be that the Dreeporth is essentially like a permanent area where there's just covered in snow, regardless of what season it is. The fields themselves to get up to the city Halig is dangerous unless you specifically have the capabilities of traveling from nearby. There is what is essentially like a full-on highway between Halig and Coldrain, but it is specifically designed for like magical carts and various different other kind of bits that travel between the two cities itself. And it goes essentially across the entirety of the top of the mountains, so it is impossible to actually trek on foot. The area in the Dreeporth is very barren. It's deserted. There isn't much life, at the very least, from the best that you're aware. And it is essentially just this large field of ice, stone, and just like sometimes in the heights of summer, there might be a little bit of grass that peeks through the permanent snow and ice, but very, very little. But yeah, that's
This is the spot you think is gonna like have demons in it?
No. I believe that this is the region near where they will attack.
I mean, Dreeporth is kind of like the worst. I mean, if they want it that bad, I mean, no one's living there.
The issue is that The way I think about it is that if they land in an area that is uninhabited, it would give them more time to compose themselves, to potentially build a stronghold, gather their numbers, and spread themselves across the continent. Who in their right minds would storm the Treeporth Fields? No one. And taking them out early was the only reason that only Entarl was lost. Now, I don't know if that is the plan. I don't know how the demons are making it onto the material plane, and I don't know whether Treeporth will truly be their endgame. But it could be. It's a possibility.
Oh, that's not good.
No. Halig would probably be the first city to fall, and then closely followed by Coltrane. They are to make their numbers stronger, then they could spread from the mountains over, spill into Mai's land, and spread from there. It would be bad, to say the very least.
Hey, Neve, where are you from? You're from Killord?
Killord, so further west, and there's a mountain range in between.
Where none of us are from Halig, eh? I'm the
How'd
closest.
you get all the way over here from Killord?
Walked.
It's a good question.
Rode a
I'm sorry,
tentacle.
you can't unlock that backstory yet.
Your friendship
buddy,
level
she'll
isn't
tell
high
me.
enough.
Um,
Yeah. Retain. He kind of looks towards you, Neve, as you're stepping up.
Halig has a magic academy or something, doesn't it? Is there a risk of demons uncovering some artifacts or other weapons?
Oh, absolutely.
Oh,
The
good.
Magical Academy would likely have many magical artifacts, both as a form of protection and education.
That also means they got a bunch of wizards there to be able to fight the demons, though, no?
Not every professor is trained in combat, though,
Yeah, it's a bunch of
yes,
nerds.
they are
Great.
quite powerful in their own rights. Not every single wizard has practiced the specific kills or specific skills required to kill, even if those creatures are demons. Plus, the majority of the most commonly known offensive spell is Firebolt and Fireball, both of which demons are quite resistant to. At least,
Awesome.
typically.
They resistant to knives and swords too?
Non-magical ones, yes.
Awesome.
You would do well to read a book.
Why?
Knowledge is power. Knowing your
Okay.
enemy and their weakness will grant you many benefits.
Yeah, I
Now,
know
is
that.
this a suggestion? Do I think this is a suggestion or a backhanded comment?
Give me an insight check.
Oakley dokley.
Yeah,
Pretty good
as he says
response.
that, Esther will just say like, "Oh, I'll get on that."
It is absolutely 100% a backhanded comment.
Well,
He's just trying to be nice about it.
I'm taking this pretty hard. I think Giancarlo looks at him and he goes, "Yeah, well, I know that everyone who casts spells needs to use their fucking mouth. So if I just put my fingers in there, you're not doing much to me."
There are spells that don't need the mouth.
Really? Name one.
He's got you there.
He snaps his fingers. I'm pretty sure he, like, what is it? Mage hand doesn't require verbal components, does it?
Yeah.
Misty Step doesn't, I don't think.
Let's find out.
Yeah, he would know because he is a wizard and he does have a lot of spells.
He's a
He
wizard.
double check.
Catapult.
Oh yeah,
Counterspell,
here's
I think.
catapult.
Yeah, counterspell is somatic only.
There is also a lot of spells that just
Giancarlo,
specifically.
stop while you're ahead. Not that you were ever ahead.
You can see
Fuck
it.
off.
You can see him just like snap his fingers, and you can see a variety of different kind of spell effects go off. Specifically, let's see. Yeah, he does control flames. His mouth completely shut. He snaps his fingers, and like a bolt of fire just appears in his hand.
Boo.
You say boo.
Are you saying that to me or to him?
I'm booing the wizard, but more mentally than anything else. Sorry, Rune is just too social to be booing out loud to strangers.
Now the question is, why is she booing?
Because I'm on Giancarlo's side. Duh.
Entirely
Mage Hand
fair.
does have a vertical component? That's crazy.
Yeah. There's a lot of spells that don't have a verbal component.
Huh.
You see him, yeah, he just snaps his fingers and just like this ball of fire appears in his hand. Another relatively common spell is Control Flames. Which also doesn't require a verbal component.
Well, I don't read books, so
You should.
I think he thinks that's a win. That's
Yeah. He kind
Yeah,
of
I
just looks at
showed
you.
him.
You really should, my boy. It's quite useful.
Pretty hard to get them where we're from.
yeah. I'm not
Well-
some, bougie upper city kid.
Upper City kid? You're from Femdale. Ah, that explains things.
Yeah, I know I look native, but no, I'm from there.
No, my dear boy, I am so terribly sorry.
What for?
No one should have to go through life within Femdale. You have exited the city now. I would recommend you don't go back.
I wasn't planning on it.
Good. Asheville is very welcoming. Please, you should stay.
This is weird.
Is it? Did I say something?
Yeah. This whole place is just weird.
I'm not sure I understand.
I couldn't put it into words.
No, don't worry about it. I'll try and explain this to you later. It's a Femdale thing. We yeah. Okay, I understand. But it was gracious and interesting to meet all of you. Please, feel free to come back for tea and cakes any time that you so wish. Especially if you have information or a conversation you wish to have in regards to the demons, demonic invasions, or good blends of tea. Yes.
Rune is pointedly not laughing along.
Yeah, no one else is either. You see Alcon gives like a little bit of a haha, but aside from that, I'm guessing no one else is laughing with him.
No.
Yeah.
And you got the whole club laughing.
And he's like, you must excuse me. I have a lesson to prep for. But it was very, very nice to meet all of you. Yes. He kind of nods, pushes his spectacles back up, and then like his 6'7", his like 6'5" frame kind of like stands up, takes a bit of a bow before walking out of the room and kind of leaving you guys with just Alcon. She kind of leans against the chair, looks at the book, Shit.
You got weird friends.
Oh, don't worry. All of them are. Not all of them are as eccentric, I guess, as he is. He's what you would call a nerd.
That's the word I was looking for. Yep.
He seemed like a interesting fellow.
To be fair, I'm also a nerd. Just I don't, show it off on collar and sleeve and stuff.
No, we
All
could tell.
wizards so unpleasant?
Sorry, could you repeat that?
I
Rin?
like them.
Are all wizards this unpleasant?
Am I that unpleasant?
Oh, then no. We're fine.
Okay, see, I'll take that. I'm fine. Am
I mean,
supposed to
you're a
be?
nerd, but yeah,
Oh, come on. You know books are
we
good.
could tell. Nah.
Have you ever read a book? Tell
Yeah,
me
a
truthfully.
couple, but like, yeah, no, he's definitely read a book, but he's read like trashy dime store romance books.
Oh, okay.
Oh. Milking Farm.
Not again. No.
Oh God.
No.
No,
Not like that.
no.
We're streaming.
Rude starts she just starts babbling. No. She kind of looks at you. Look. All I'm saying is that some books have very valuable information, but I can completely agree with you that the majority of them are extremely boring.
Yeah. Well, this guy really sold me on him.
Well, let me sell you on them, not him. I'll find you some proper books to read. If you are willing. If you're not, I can't make you. So,
Well, you gonna show me some interesting books?
Sure. Do you want interesting books that I like?
Depends, I guess.
What kind of book are you looking for?
What kind of book you trying to show me?
I was going to show you it. I was going to show you a textbook about summarizing the history of the world in children's form. In the form of poems and
Oh,
such,
okay.
Simon like pulls Esther's sleeve.
Um,
Esther, is this flirting?
I kind of lean over and I'm just like,
No, I'm not
normally
interested
I
in
wouldn't.
him.
Normally I wouldn't think so, but I don't know
you-
the way that some of those lines were delivered. I'm,
No.
How
it
many
might be.
did we get at the end again?
I
He's a
think he's just kind of
child.
like he's grinning and then just kind of wiggling his eyebrows at her, like, yeah, okay.
Okay, I'm not showing you those books anymore.
Oh, come on,
You're like-
come on, be a good sport about it. I'm
Nope.
just playing with you.
Nope.
I'm not a kid.
You are a child.
You are
How
very
old
young.
are you? Come on.
You know what? Take a guess.
The trap, don't do it.
A visual assessment of her real quick. What does she look like?
I mean, she looks like a tired professor. That's like genuinely the vibe that you kind of get from her.
Am I catching like mid-30s?
Give me an insight check. Honestly, it could range anywhere from like mid-30s to like mid-40s.
Old enough. So am I. I mean, Enko wasn't exactly a spring chicken, but
She just looks at
Somebody intervene quickly.
No,
I just put a
I was
hand
taking
out and I'm
notes.
like, no, let him cook.
Yeah.
Yeah, I want to see where this goes.
She just looks at the rest of you. I hate all of you. Actually. Fuck all of you. Letting this guy talk to me.
Yeah, here it is.
Fuck you.
This is Esther. Just like as someone's like, does anyone wanna like stop him? It's like, if I can find the right one. Oh, that one cuts off early. It's fine. It's like, no, let him cook.
Let him cook.
Algan, I'm not trying to marry you or nothing. Jeez, I'm just trying to go on a book reading date. I mean, I don't think that's too much to ask, is it?
Why would you call it a date?
Oh my God, you're overreacting. Look, you just want to show me some nice books. I mean, it'll be educational.
Is
It'll
that
be
a
fun.
euphemism? Sorry, is that a too big of a word for you?
I know what euphemism means, jackass.
Evidently not.
I know big words in common and Elvish. Thank you.
You
Ooh.
know Elvish?
Yeah, I got a bit of an accent, but yeah.
Do you put on an accent for the language?
No,
or is it
no. The girl who taught me had an accent.
so you do or you don't? I'm confused.
I'm told I have an accent. I don't know. It just sounds like Elvish to me.
She just shakes her head. Once. Oh, I just had to
I'm
make
sure
sure
there's
that
things I
wasn't-
can teach you too. I'm
Uh-huh.
smart. I know things.
I don't think she wants to learn anything you have to teach her.
Well.
Yeah,
Let him cook.
she like keeps laughing.
Mm.
Oh, that was funny. That was a good joke. You know what? You know what? I'll take that. I'll respect that. That was a good joke.
Yeah, we're joking now, are we?
Yeah, I think you are. No, let's go before this goes any further than this. She
It
finishes
always
off the
starts
rest of
this
her
way.
tea.
They always come around.
Do they?
50% of the time, it works. All of the time.
She ignores him, finishes off her tea, takes a cake, and just walks out. She doesn't even wait for any of you to follow her.
Statistically, yes, it pans out.
Well, all
Now
right.
you understand statistics.
You gotta do math to be in the thieving game.
I mean, to be fair, statistics are pretty easy. There's a 50% chance that something will happen and 50% chance that it won't happen.
I think that's probability.
Tomatoes.
You see, she like pauses for a moment. She almost turns, but she doesn't, and then she just keeps walking. She leaves.
All right, we're gonna get lost if we don't follow her. Let's go. This place is a fucking maze.
Where are we going again?
Well, wherever she's going.
Go do your
We're
own
going to
thing.
the circus, right?
No,
see
we're
the-
going to go see Esther's family.
Some
You
people
are.
didn't
Going
wanna-
to go see Esther's family.
I'm going to leave you guys to do your thing. I'm going to go read books. Goodbye. She leaves.
Can you find me a good one while you're out?
Nope.
I
What?
would if I could.
Damn.
There are
It's
braille
okay.
books in this library.
It
I
sounds like she wants
you
someone
can't
to
see me,
point.
but I slowly look at the camera as I was told Braille does not exist yet.
It doesn't. That was a joke.
Esther can't read Braille.
That would
But
be
there
even
are
more funny.
audiobooks
Uh,
of romantic
I mean,
novels.
yeah, no, she would actually say, you could probably get someone else to read it for you.
Yeah, that's usually what I did.
But she leaves. Leaving you guys
Oh,
on
that
your
was
own.
fun.
Yeah.
Well, I guess this is where we split up here with half of us going to the circus and the other half not to the circus. Neve,
Yeah,
you're gonna
sounds
have to
about
be
right.
you're gonna have to be the adult here, making sure that Giancarlo doesn't do something dumb.
Uh,
I thought we were
before-
preventing Neve from committing murder.
Yeah,
Before we go to the
I know how to
circus,
keep my
can I
hands to myself.
leave most of my money in Simon.
Oh yeah. But I don't want to. Okay, do you want me to track that?
No.
Okay. But sure. You could just write in Simon in your inventory.
Mhm.
Mhm.
Sure. But yeah, as you guys are kind of prepping some of you for for visiting Esther's parents, while some of you